Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof, and welcome back to the Shadows of Sorcery streams. Today, we are back in the world of Shadows and Sorcery with our foolhardy adventurers. Today, we are joined by Rakan, playing Horus.
Hello.
A Darren, played by Lang.
Real big of you to call us foolhardy when you gave us no escape option.
A Librarian, played by Zarian.
Hello.
And a Ingvar, played by Lydia, groggy as they are.
I will say, foolhardy is better than inane. I will accept that.
Foolhardy is
dead.
better than inert.
Both definitions.
All of these things are true.
But we were
Last
careful,
session-
we were stealthy, and you immediately just went, no, you're about to have a giant boss fight that's basically unwinnable.
Last session, our adventurers went up against the mighty Frostwolf Agrimnir and his pack.
His pack that
Narrowly.
was bigger than you originally planned it when the session started.
Narrowly escaping with their lives and blinding the wolf in the process. We tune back in the desolate mountain wastes of the Graven Peaks, where our intrepid adventurers are taking a very, very much required rest.
I'm sure we ended session in town, and now we appear to be around the corner.
Oh,
You-
good. I wasn't imagining that then.
Yeah.
I'm
Did you touch
bringing
our
the
minis without
timeline
consent?
back a little bit, just very slightly, to the part where you guys managed to break away from combat. You have two very injured party members and a crow,
Who is also very injured.
who is also very injured. The wolves have backtracked back to their cavern, as it were, and you have the chance for a short rest, or you can head straight back to town. It is up to you.
We are heading straight to town. I don't think there is
Alright.
any disagreement to be had here. We are heading to town.
Okay.
We'll get them back later. But first, sleep. Actually, wait. No, they probably wouldn't be able to get more. There probably won't be more of them just overnight, right?
Well, we wiped out most of them.
Yeah.
How many wolves did we see that survived besides the big one?
2.
Yeah, I think we're good.
We should probably be fine. Also, I want to sleep. I did die, I think, a little bit there.
Which is touch.
Yeah, I think we could use a good night's rest. Oh, sorry, frog. Okay.
I would also be partial to a drink, though I think we may have used it to detonate them.
You never
Oh,
know, you
after-
never know.
I've still got one bottle of moonshine that we haven't used. That I've had for like 7 sessions at this point.
Oh shit! Do you really?
Mhm.
All right. We can use that once we go back tomorrow, or maybe tonight. I don't know. It's currently in the morning, right, or noon?
It is mid-afternoon at this point.
So we strike at midnight after we get a good night's sleep.
I'm trying to remember. Can whatever species Rakan is, can they see in the dark?
Kenku?
Yeah.
Do you have dark vision, Rakan?
I believe not. I'm afraid.
Okay, so I am literally the only person here who can see in the dark.
Yeah, but we have ways of creating light.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure the wolves can see better than you in the dark.
Aren't wolves naturally nocturnal by nature?
Are they?
I don't know if
I would
anyone's
have
found
thought.
they definitely hunt at night.
So it might be better to wait for morning, and they might be
Groggy.
groggy or asleep.
Yeah, true.
Like
So
that was about 10 minutes ago.
Wolves
we may have
have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or smell. Yeah, let's not give them an advantage.
yeah, probably let's just we strike morning, crack of dawn. I think that's smart. Yeah. All right. Shall we head back? Shall we head back?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So the four of you and a crow,
You're just there for
I'll just
Lim-
keep them tucked under my tucked under my arm for the moment. Like
limp
cradled.
your way back to the town of Gravenrock. By the time you get back, it's early evening. It takes a couple of hours to trek your way through the wilderness, back to the road, and back to town. Lights are starting to brighten up the town area. The wolves, apparently for now, warded off. And the town seems to be relatively lively. Or what a small town in the middle of the mountains could be, realistically speaking. Where would you like to head?
To the nearest bed, probably.
Let's see. We have three main priorities: rest, medical attention, and booze.
Probably medical first, I would have thought.
Weep. Oh, there we go.
Probably a good idea to do the medical.
Yeah. Should we check out the clerics?
That sounds like a great idea. We can also check on our friend.
Lucian, are you done messing with the sky?
Yeah.
I'm just having lights right now.
Okay, because I'm just getting so many board update failures.
Interesting.
Weird, because I haven't seen anything like that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
The
Same
world
here.
just keeps unloading and reloading for me. Well, Lucian does that.
Weird.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Look,
I think we probably should find the local apothecary, and then anyone who is not currently actively bleeding internally and also externally, should probably find somewhere to rest.
I think, just looking at myself, I think I'll be. I think I'll be fine. I didn't take that many bad hits.
I need a doctor, so
Yeah, I'll let's go to let's take you to the church, buddy.
yeah, you can do what you want, but I'm gonna head over to the church.
Uh,
Or, like limp over, I guess.
Yeah, Ingvar just kind of looks at the blood on his gathering around his feet. Yeah, wait for me.
I'll come with. I want to see what happened to Isaac.
That's where we're checking up.
Okay, so as the four of you approach the amphitheater that makes up the front-facing area of the Church of Callist here in Gravenrock, you see a figure appear out of one of the doors that lead down into sort of the basement area of the church. Because the church itself is an amphitheater, the backstage of it is technically underneath the whole thing, and you see a figure appear out of the
Understage.
understage. Thank you. Yes. And it's a figure that you actually recognize, Ingvar. This is Gefra, the cleric who you had first met when you arrived in town, who peeks his head out through the doors of the understage as you approach, and lifts open one of the doors and heads over to you as you come in and says, my friends, welcome. How can I be of assistance?
Hello again there, friend. We're sorry to bother you, especially as night falls, but we've had a bit of a run-in outside of the town, and a couple of us are looking a little bit worse for wear.
Yes, I can see that. I suppose you will require some form of clerical healing. I'm sorry. I'm not in. I've had a trying day. I have bad news, I'm afraid. And he sits on the edge of the stage, and sort of he sits there and leans with one head on his hands and says, "I'm afraid your friend passed away last night."
What?
Oh.
Well, wasn't he stable?
And Gethro sort of sighs and says, well, we managed to awaken him. The poison seemed to be losing its effect, but something in this magic must have come back and taken hold again. Afraid there wasn't much we could do. He was conscious for a brief time, and I think he knew what was going to happen. He asked me to give you this. And Gethra produces a small envelope with a seal on it that looks like a winged hourglass, and holds it out to you guys.
I will like a little shaky grab the envelope from their hands.
Okay. The envelope is relatively plain, simple. The seal is in wax on the front, and on the back, they're in relatively neat, if somewhat messy scrawl, are the words, "To my Thesians."
Oh.
Just
Who has seniority here?
I was gonna ask.
Technically,
Ooh.
you do, like.
Oh, right.
You should read it.
I suppose. Okay.
Hand the pillar.
Well, I gingerly, solemnly take the envelope and, against the advice of Neff in chat, who wants me to eat it, I'm just going to carefully open it and see what's written.
Okay. Do you read the contents aloud, or are you reading it to yourself?
I will read them aloud until it becomes clear if I shouldn't.
Okay. In that case, I will read the whole thing to you all. My fellow Thesians, I am not long for this life. The curse from that damned worm's bite will take me soon. The priests have done what they can to make me comfortable in these last hours, enough to write this farewell and set my affairs in order. Loath as I am to paperwork, resources should not be wasted, nor memory discarded. To these ends, I leave Ingvar my armor, manacles, and flail. You always struck me the proficient type. Given the chance, I'm sure you'll put them to use. To Horace, I leave my ring, and the purple stone that belongs in it, but that the worm not loose, and Gilk's cloak. He'd want you protected, and I agree. In addition, my encyclopedia, or Book of the World. Ingvar and Darren know the one, and can attest it's an absorbing read. If you have trouble with the text, it's old, ask the librarian to help. The ring's handy for knocking dust off the pages, too. They don't print it anymore, so it's unique, like you. To Darren, I leave my traps, shield, and any other items not listed elsewhere. Hunt well, but promise you'll be considerate in what you're searching for. To the librarian, I leave my scriptures of the church, an old poem I transcribed, and the journal of dear Madame, bequeathed to me by Lord Metacrow, as well as the pink cape in my pack. I felt something in you may identify with it. I leave the remaining monies on my person to the Church of Callist for their services escorting me onward, as it were. I barely recognize myself, and I would spare you all the sight of what's become of me. Please conclude our business in Farrenholm. Deliver Kragstad's missive to GB in my memory. Do not mourn me, friends, for today I do not die. I only go to visit my daughter and wife, so dear and long overdue. One day, in the Seven's grace, we will see each other again. I depart, Isaac Galmek, final survivor of the Hopewell settlers, father, hunter, and the last, first Thesian. Enclosed in the envelope is another slip of paper as well.
Oh.
Which seems to be the poem that was referred to in the letter.
Well, it seems that we have some postal work to do, but now would be a decent moment to pay any last respects.
Have you already put the body to rest, or?
Gethra looks down and says, we will perform the burial rites in the morning. Currently, the body is in the mortuary, preparing for the burial.
I'm sure the wolves can wait a couple of hours in the morning.
I'm sorry, I need a moment. I
We
just
all do.
step away from the party, just like take a breather, and like just yeah.
Gethra sort of gestures to another acolyte that appears from below, who is carrying a small satchel and what seems to be the rest of Isaac's belongings. Okay, so with that in mind, the belongings are laid out on the stage in front of you all with reverence. For Ingvar, you may add one breastplate to your inventory, and let me quickly grab Isaac's character sheet so that I can actually see what I'm looking at. Okay, so Ingvar, you get the breastplate, or essentially leather and metal armor. It is a medium armor type with an AC of 14.
16. Oh, 14, right.
And disadvantage on stealth. So you can add that to your inventory. You also gain the Cerberus Flail, which is a 1d10 plus 3 slashing damage melee weapon. I will envoy you everything about that in a minute. And a set of manacles. Not sure why those are there, but he had them. To Horace, there is the small purple gemstone that you all know as something weird. A silver ring with 7 indents in the top of it. Gilk's cloak, which is a black cloak with grey silver lining and a clasp which has the symbol of 2 crossed axes and an alder tree on it. And a relatively large purple volume with runes along the spine in gold lettering, and small metal catches on the front of the book, which is known as the World Tome. To Darren, you have a small golden bell, which emits a faint ringing sound, even though when you shake it, it doesn't make any noise. The clerical symbol of Matano, which is a necklace with a winged hourglass on it, a mace, a shield, and a bear trap.
Okay.
To the librarian, you get a book of the Scriptures of Matano, which I will convey to you at the end of the session, unless you feel like you want it immediately. There are only 2 scriptures out of 9 in there at the moment, but they are technically all there. The poem, which was also in the letter that was given, which I can give you in a second. And the Journal of Dia Madame. Additionally, there is also a bright neon pink cape with a tree embroidered on the back in emerald green thread.
Okay.
And that is the sum total of all the pieces. Librarian. The poem that you pick up is... okay, how do I explain this one? Okay. The poem is this. Jacob's poem. Thesians all, I leave a poem by Jacob Twinpath. These words I've lived by the last years, my code transcribed from memory. Great bravery, legends in everlasting deference. Clothed in light's longevity, echoes determination meeting eternity. As part of my last wish and rites, I ask that the librarian add this slip to his collection, and it be read to one another each the first 5 nights after my passing, that I may still guide you for a while yet, if you would humor an old superstition.
I think with that he just kind of tucks it into the index.
Okay. So, I will very quickly throw you this because the spelling is important. Actually, I'll just put this in the main chat there, so that you have that for when you need it. Okay. What would you all like to do?
I think we probably could all use a rest right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting much done until dawn.
As horrible as this event is, we need to prioritize, I suppose. Excuse me, we've just come back from battle, and
Yes,
do you
of
have
course.
any clerics that are on hand at the moment to treat our wounds?
I can assist with that. And Gretha sort of steps down from the stage, or Gethra, sorry, steps down from the stage and pulls you all close. Says, it's not much, but it's the best I can do. And he is going to... he is going to very quickly do a... Hold on. I've lost the spell.
Cure serious wounds cast at 9th level.
No.
Where's our
He's
9th
not
level
quite
prayer
that
healing?
strong. Uh, damn it. Where we go. Okay. And I need to roll that. Okay. So you each heal 22 points of health.
Nice.
As
Okay.
Gethra stands before you, and you watch as this warm purple light fills his hands, and he turns them outwards to you, and you feel this glow, this warmth wash over you all, and you watch as some of your wounds start to slowly mend up.
Does it reach me while I'm standing aside or no?
How far away are you?
Right over here.
No, that does not reach. You're like 40 feet away. It's got like a 15-foot radius.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I didn't take many hits in that fight.
I'm mainly doing the healing anyway for story purposes, since we're gonna probably full reset
Okay.
when we sleep.
So yeah, you all, everyone who is near Gethra receives 22 points of healing. And he stands after you've all picked up the various items bequeathed to you and says, we'll be performing a service in the morning. I'm sure Mr. Galmek would like it if you all attended. And he beckons his acolyte and says, "Sir, I bid you all good night." And they both disappear down into the understage.
So, right back. I was like, sorry for working out like that. Sorry, this was, I'll see the items and just quietly pick them up.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. I think I could use some sleep. Shall we?
It sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Yes, we make our way.
Four of
to town.
you head off into town. I'm guessing to one of the inns that you saw
Yes.
earlier that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you head off down to the inn that was here. It's relatively cramped. It's a small town inn, but there's a little bit of music playing. There's some gentle sort of a few people in and out. Not much in the way of like space, but they have 2 rooms they can spare. So you guys go ahead. The rooms cost a total of 4 silver for the night. So if someone wants to subtract that from there,
I'll cover that.
Person or per room?
per room.
Well, my
All
room.
right.
Before we head off to bed, it's probably good if we honor their wishes and read the poem, would it not be?
Yeah.
Great bravery, legends in everlasting deference. Clothed in light's longevity echoes determination, meeting eternity.
Okay, very quickly. Librarian. What languages do you know?
Let me check one sec. I
And
know
is the answer
Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, and Primordial.
Okay. Around the edge of the poem is an intricate layer of scrolling. It looks at first like a form of decorative. I would like everyone except the librarian to definitely, please.
Okay. Give me a second.
Early, sorry?
Everyone except the librarian to definitely, please.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. So, as you look at this page, librarian, you notice that the scrolling around the edge isn't actually just decorative. It is, in fact, written in Celestial. It's incorporated into the design almost to the point where someone who wasn't aware of what Celestial reads like wouldn't know it. But you do. Around the edge of the letter is the following sentence. Librarian, must stay secret. Tell others, read poem, just the capitals. Someone tracking us. Knew I was in Crag. Name, town, inn. Impossible. Letter in pack from solicitor, lies. Targeted poison or curse. Be careful. Real sister-in-law poisoned 5 years ago. Death told me. Stay safe, J.
The librarian's eyes go wide to everyone else.
Are you
Is-
alright,
Is there
Lester?
something else in there?
Horace, maybe you should hang on to this for tonight.
Hang on
And
to
they pass the slip with the poem on it. And I am going to use message.
Okay.
And speak to Horace with read capitals.
Message
so
isn't telepathic.
As a
is
point,
it?
message isn't telepathic. You do have to speak it aloud.
Oh, I do? I thought
Yes.
Oh,
You
wait,
can
sorry. I
whisper
was
it,
thinking
but
of sending.
Yeah, it lets your whisper carry much further than it should.
I whisper. Read the capitals in that case.
It's
Can
like
I
an
try
actual
and-
phone
yeah.
call.
Yeah. Well, good night, everyone.
Head off road to our room.
alright.
Okay. Horace, are you going to do anything, or?
Okay. I'm a bad idiot. I'm slightly confused. Did Zarian say something to me, or?
Yeah, I ended up doing it.
Yeah, so what the librarian told you was read capitals. They whispered it to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I understand.
And
Okay.
they've left you the poem to read.
Okay. Okay. Uh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm just gonna like take a minute to breathe. I think I'm going to bed.
Okay. All right then.
Uh,
You all awake the next morning, feeling relatively refreshed for what has been a relatively traumatic set of events. You all finish a long rest without too much issue. During the night, you all... It was a relatively restless night for a lot of them. Darren, in particular, because they kept getting pecked by an irate crow, who they had tucked under their arm for pretty much the entire night.
I had them tucked under my arm when we got back here. Did not keep them there while I was trying to sleep.
yes, marinate the bird in your armpit.
But yes,
Bird was allowed to
So-
wander.
you awaken, rested, maybe not well, but rested. What would you all like to do in this
I
new
would
morning?
like to equip my enhanced arcane focus.
I would
Okay.
like to go to. I would like to go meet with librarian.
Okay.
I uh I look at librarian and just say, "What the fuck are we gonna do about that information?"
We must keep it secret. They wouldn't tell us like this if there wasn't someone spying.
Maybe, maybe I don't know. Fuck. All
I
right.
told you because you seem like you know how to keep a secret, and it's unlikely that if we keep it between just us two for now, we'll be able to contain it a lot more. But I needed someone else to know.
Oh, we will act on this. I want you to know. Just not yet. If that happens and I'll just stand by and let it happen, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. All right. Just not now. Too soon now.
They will get what is coming to them.
All right.
But for now, the wolf remains.
I'm gonna put on Gilk's cloak
Okay.
and just wait for the rest of the party in the on one of the tables.
Okay. So you wait a few minutes, and then Ingvar and then Darren come down the stairs, groggy but awake. Morning light streaming through the inn's windows. You all sit down at a table. What would you like to do?
Oh. Are we gonna take care of the wolves today?
I think we should.
Yeah. But first, we should attend the funeral.
They said they were holding it in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
it's the
Hmm.
morning.
All right, let's go.
Pretty much Ingvar at this point has just fallen mute.
Just
Okay.
head to the graveyard.
So you all head out of the inn. No breakfast. None of you are particularly feeling like eating. You head towards the graveyard and the church. And as you arrive at the entrance to the graveyard, the big gate, you see Gethra and his acolyte standing by a closed wooden casket that is suspended over a 6-foot deep hole, and a wooden temporary tombstone nearby. And Gethra nods at you all solemnly as you approach, and his deep, rich, purple robes with golden threads seem at odds with his mood. The deep, rich, purple robes of a member of the Order of Callist. Very much joyous, but his face somber and drawn. He stands at the head of the coffin, raises one hand to the sky as you all approach and gather round, and a spark of purple flame appears in his hand, and he raises it high, and he says, "We are gathered here today to pay our respects to Isaac Galm, Hunter of the Order of Metana. We commend his soul to the depths." And Gethra leans down and touches the flame to the casket, and the entire box sort of shimmers in this purple glow. And then gently lowers itself down into the grave. And Gethra says, "May he once again find peace in the arms of those who cared for him in life, and so they shall in death." And the coffin sets itself down on the bottom of the grave with a low pop. And the acolyte pulls a small purple ribbon from her belt and twists it into what looks like a rose of some sort. And for a moment she holds it there, and it's just a ribbon. And then purple fire encompasses it, and it turns into this beautiful, sparkling purple rose, which she then throws down into the grave. And as you all look around, you realize that every single grave in this graveyard has small purple flowers sprouting from underneath the snow.
Hmm.
And Gethra turns to all of you and says, and sort of steps back and gestures to the grave.
Look.
Anyone want to say any words?
Just step forward quietly and just. Hey, I hadn't met him for long. But he made me feel like I was at home. He reminded me of times I didn't know I could remember. I'll never forget, never forget the hero that he was. Step back.
Guess Darren will step up. It's not entirely it's not entirely audible what Darren is saying. He's kind of mumbling under his breath a bit. But he lays his hand on the just goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Librarian approaches the coffin. I also did not know Isaac for a long time, mere days, but I could tell they were a good person. Just their mannerisms and how they spoke to us, it was indicative of some kind of other grandeur that I unfortunately never got to see. They take a step closer and cast guidance. For the next life, my friend.
And then Ingvar just steps up and you can tell he's upset. He's trembling a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
He just simply says, "Thank you, friend, for being there for me. For all of us. We'll miss you." And he just lets out a shuddering breath and quietly walks away.
Okay. Gethra nods to you all, and you watch as with a single wave of his hand, the earth moves and just covers the coffin, leaving the ground flat and perfect. The wooden cross is erected at the head of the grave. The name Isaac Garme inscribed on the headstone. And Gethra nods to you all again and says, in the next life. And
Nod.
turns and walks back to the church with his acolyte.
Well, this is all kinds of awful.
Well,
But if you'll permit, I would really like to kill some monsters right now.
yeah, let's go take care of that.
Agreed.
I've been actually, I've been working on remembering some of my spells from way back, and I've got a big one.
Is that
I
your
think
way of
we've
telling
got
us
this.
that you've remembered a spell that's completely busted that Lucian will have to sign off on first?
No, it's because we leveled up last session.
Ah, right, okay.
Yes. I've got a good one. I think we'll be able to handle this. The moonshine gave me some flashbacks.
I'm so sorry.
God. Yeah.
Sounds like something you'd say from PTSD.
Okay, well, God. Oh. Tears can't last for too long. Okay.
Right.
It needed to happen, you know. They say the more emotional you are, the more extreme your emotions are, or at least that's what I say. Okay. Shall we?
Okay. So, you all pick up your spirits and start heading out of the graveyard once more.
I will cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. Darren still holding an irate crow under his arm.
If it's clearly irate, I'm not gonna keep it there.
I mean, you've been holding it for most of the night. It's confused,
No, it was just
mainly.
in my room.
It's mainly confused at this point.
It was just in my room. It was not. It hasn't been contained the whole time.
Yeah. All right. What are you guys planning? What's next?
Well, I doubt greasing them up will work as well this time.
Yeah, I think it's wise to that shenanigan.
So I guess,
Sneaking up on it didn't seem to do us much good before, anyways.
yeah, so I guess, well, at least we now have the numbers advantage, I hope. So, I think this time we could safely, gung-ho it.
I think we focus on the little ones, and then we deal with the big one.
Yeah. What the
We
fuck is
focus on the
gung-ho
big
about?
one, the little ones are going to destroy us.
Oh, okay. Gung Ho is not a reference to a movie. It's an actual word. Okay. I was worried about that. Okay.
We're all speaking
alright.
English, don't worry about it too much.
No, I was just worried, just like, oh yes, I'm in a fantasy world. Movie references don't exist.
Oh, did I swap to Primordial again? I thought I was speaking Common. I'm sorry. Being multilingual is a bit of a hardship sometimes.
The next time we go merchant shopping, I just need to refer to something as a conveni.
Listens to
Yes.
the cries of the surf. Is this K-pop?
No, die.
Is this
Okay.
meat vegan?
That's enough of that. Okay. Shall we?
This giant wolf is such a Jungkook.
Yeah.
God, this the snow is very not pug.
I'm going to push you all off a cliff. Good lord.
This house fire is really lit, fam.
Okay.
Let's go, fam squad.
Yeah, let's.
Horace,
go
are you
for it.
literally doing the gritty right now?
No!
Oh, God.
Okay.
I think we need to stop before one of us, possibly multiple, dies.
You need to be clever and just put it into a contextual medieval reference, like what I do. Like Jennifer's conventions.
Exactly. That's the one way to do it.
The librarian immediately takes 8d10 lightning damage.
God has scorned you.
Oh.
God gives his silliest outfits to his silliest gestures.
I
Okay.
guess you made the wrong Sophia's choice. Anyways,
What is
before the
this? Some
rocks
kind of
fall
axe
mysteriously
game?
from the sky.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay. So, the four of you head out of town once again to face your quarry a second time. You head through the tundra, through the forest towards the hunting grounds of the Graven Rock hunters. Once again, towards danger. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Yep, there it is.
Allergic
Wow.
to good jokes, I see.
You searched your feelings and it was true.
Oh, God. Okay. The four of you head through the forest. It's quiet in the morning. Not many birds, although you do hear the occasional rustling in a bush. It's a little bit spooky, considering the last time you heard rustling in a bush, you got a wolf in your face. There's a few different bits and pieces around, but nothing too out of the ordinary. You keep progressing forward until you arrive at the entrance to the small valley where you had last seen a Grimnir and his pack.
Oh, look, there's my blood on the floor.
You don't usually get to see frozen blood.
A lot of limbs here for some people that did not lose some limbs.
As you approach this area, Ingvar, the small garden wyvern wrapped around your neck sort of lifts its head up and flicks a silvery tongue out into the air, tasting the blood and the scents on the runes.
Oh,
Oh,
the tiny dragon has a taste for blood.
Oh no.
oh no.
Well, it saved us last time.
He just gives the little wyvern a pet on the head and says,
The
Do you
wyvern
sense-
sort of nuzzles into the palm of your hand a little bit.
cute.
Okay.
I feel like marching order is a thing we should discuss.
Yeah, probably.
And I
Should
feel like
I-
you should go first.
Yeah, I probably should take the lead.
I'll go in the back.
Okay. So
Um,
Ingvar in the middle and Darren in the middle front.
Yep.
Okay. So the four of you head towards the entrance to this small valley. You come to the choke hold, the choke point that you used yesterday to entrap a bunch of the wolves. You come to the chokehold and you find several large craters, as well as the charred and now slightly bluish frozen remains of six frost wolves that you managed to detonate the day before.
Several times, I would like to add.
Mm-hmm.
We sure did a number on this area.
Well,
Who
let's
left all
hope.
this butter in the snow? Oh,
I wonder.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, shut the fuck up. Okay. Well, let's just hope we won't have to remember this place again, why don't we? Alright. Can I ready an action to Blade Song as soon as I see an enemy?
Yes. I would allow you to stand at attention, as it were, just in
Yes.
case.
It's
Okay.
cold. Nobody's standing to attention.
Let's do this.
Okay. As the four of you progress into the valley, you come once again to the site that had taken your eyes the day before. The
Easy there,
form
Horace.
of a massive white dragon that was sitting curled around the rock in the center of the valley. Unmoving.
Are these wolves actually here, or
Oh fuck.
nope?
Can we
Okay,
make
no,
a perception check?
We've just been
With it.
let past them.
Roll me perception.
I will also be scanning the horizon.
I will also be scanning the horizon.
Roll
Yep.
either roll me perception. Either everyone rolls me perception, or one of you rolls it with advantage.
Who
Up
has
to
the
you.
highest?
I have a
I have a
+2.
-1.
Okay, not you then.
Perception, what the hell is it on here?
Higher than 2?
That's deception. I've got 3.
Okay, we'll help. We'll assist you then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Roll a d20 with advantage. Ingvar.
Whoop.
Uh, 14.
That is
14.
14.
Wow.
Oops.
At least you're consistent.
Well,
You enter into the valley, and there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of rocks, there's a lot of snow, and there's a very, very big dragon thing ahead of you. And you're kind of focused on the dragon thing, but you're relatively certain that you can't see any wolves.
can't see the minis. Where the hell is it going?
As a note,
Oh.
the bone spine is what's denoting where the dragon is, because I don't actually have a mini for a dragon that's big enough.
Okay.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Am I familiar with the wolf? Like the boss wolf, would you say?
Familiar how? Like, what are you trying to do?
I am trying to use message.
I mean,
I would...
murder is a pretty intimate relationship.
Yes, I would say you are familiar enough with the boss wolf to do... Like, you are familiar enough with the Grimnir to use message.
I mean,
I
he
would
wouldn't
like to
shut up the whole
use-
time. It's not like he's an unknown.
Message and go. Come out, coward.
Oh,
See, I would have gone one further and just said, "Here, doggy."
For a moment, you don't hear anything. And then, not from your surroundings, but in your head, librarian, you hear a muffled snarl. Very muffled. As if someone was trying to snarl at you through a gag.
Oh man.
I don't care what freaky shit you're into. Can you just... We're here to kind of finish the job.
Are you messaging that again?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear growls coming through the message, but you do not hear anything from your surroundings.
Hmm. It seems the wolves aren't in the area at the moment.
They're at least 120 feet away, so bear that in mind.
That's
So, if
bizarrely
I-
specific, but okay.
So, best guess
Okay.
is they're probably in the den. Shall we?
Sure.
Gonna carefully...
Also, be aware it may be a little weird in there, from what I heard on the other end of the message. So brace for wolf debauchery, I guess.
So what?
I'm sorry?
It's about to get real furry.
Okay.
God, I hope I don't have an opportunity to make a bad play joke.
Right. Very quickly, I need to...
What is a Judy Hopps?
A what now?
Okay, so
It's
as
utopia.
you all approach the prone form of this draconic entity, this big white dragon, as you all come around the side of the rock, you come to the realization that this thing indeed does not have a head. Where its head should be is the severed stump of a neck. Severed very cleanly. Aside from what look like wolf bites into the flesh. The dragon is wrapped around a large boulder-like formation. Somebody roll me perception.
Okay.
Would we say investigation?
What are you trying to investigate?
Would I be able to try to investigate, like, how far back, like, how recent do these wounds seem?
That would be a medicine check.
Well, shit. That's a lose-lose situation for me. Go for it.
6.
Okay. The dragon's stump, the stump of its neck, is encrusted in small shards of ice. It looks like it's been here a while.
Either things around here got very, very cold, more so than they already are, or this thing is old.
Okay. So, did they ever mention when these snow wolves started attacking? How long ago it was?
I think they said like weeks, maybe a month or two.
Venbor told you that it had been about 6 to 7 weeks.
Well, that's not long enough for a body to have decayed through natural means. But being eaten, that's a whole other story.
Yeah,
Does
makes
the
sense now.
does the wyvern react to this dragon?
The wyvern is sniffing curiously. It's not reacting in that it doesn't seem afraid, but it doesn't seem particularly interested either.
Fair enough.
Can I roll history to see what I know about dragons and their influence on the local environment?
Yeah, sure.
Can I assist with that?
21.
Oh.
Never mind.
Okay. So dragons usually have some form of effect on their environment, living or dead. Dead dragons, not as much. Dead dragons you would usually need to actively be consuming to have an effect. But living dragons definitely do. What you know is that usually instead of a dragon changing to suit its terrain or environment, it will change its environment to suit it. So frost dragons, i.e. white dragons, will change their environment to make it colder. Red dragons will change it to make it hotter. Blue dragons will usually run around high peaks, and they'll usually charge the air around them with electricity, etc., etc. A lot of blue dragons, actually, you're aware, really like precious metals that conduct, because they like to essentially absorb electricity and static electricity from their surroundings.
Oh yeah, like electrum, my favorite precious metal.
There's a lot of... There is some study on chromatic dragons, like white dragons. However, study on chromatics is actually a lot rarer than study on gem types or metallics, which are more amenable to actually being studied.
Okay. It could be that these wolves are influencing the local environment by having eaten the dragon itself. Is what the librarian relays to everyone else.
So once this is done, we probably want to get rid of this body so no more wolves eat it.
Yeah.
Probably, but it does look picked clean. The materials, though, are probably invaluable.
What's left of them?
Dragon bones, quite
carcass
prized.
itself of this dragon is not so much picked clean as it's been eaten, but there's still a lot of it left.
Damn,
So-
the wolves couldn't even finish their fucking meal.
The
we
dragon
kind of
is
interrupt.
massive. Like, it is easily...
There were like 8 wolves!
It's easily about 5 times the size of a Grimnir.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
That's a buffet right there.
That's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a couple months of food, I guess.
Mm.
Or one Saturday night binge.
Good lord.
Welcome to a Grindir's kitchen.
But
Horace, since you're in front, I'd like you to roll me a perception check, please.
fuck. All right. Let's hope for the best, everybody. Let's hope for the best.
Natural 20, natural 20.
Natural 20.
6.
Well, thankfully, the only thing you had to beat was a 5.
Oh.
Oh.
But also, Darren, as you're looking over this carcass, looking around, you hear in the distance a sudden cracking sound. And the sound of hooves getting further away. As if someone just mounted a horse and rode on. Horace, you look around, and on the ground, sort of tucked in, away from the general vicinity, away from any wind and stuff like that, but still easily visible, you spot a small wooden chest. Around about maybe the size of about the size of 5-liter water, essentially. Not very big. It's got iron bands over the top. Does not seem to have a lock.
Just put chest apparently. Should let's. Where is the chest currently?
Let me.
Like, right next to us,
there.
inside the den. Where?
Right there. Hold on.
I did not.
There.
Oh, okay. I just now saw it. Okay.
Oh.
I'm a dumb fuck. Okay.
I like
It's
that the
fine.
orders
You
changed to
you
triumph.
were just as good as your perception roll.
Exactly. Alright. One of you guys open it. I'll be right back. So,
Okay. Does the chest have a chain? And if so, which way is it? Which way is it pointing?
It does not have a chain.
Does it seem to be breathing?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay. Are there any indications that it might have closed eyes?
No.
Okay.
So we can kind of assume it might not be a mimic. A
Even
mimic
that
then.
illusion's really gonna screw me over here. Okay, I will attempt to open quietly the chest.
Okay. You open the lid of the chest, and it's a relatively small chest. Inside is a small pile of gold pieces and a note.
Okay, there's money and an IOU.
You pick up the note, and it reads, "Thank you for weakening the beast."
Ah. That's odd. I think somebody paid us.
Huh?
We just got fucking kill stealed.
I don't know that it was referring to a Grimnir. It just says for weakening the beast. I don't know that they necessarily killed it themselves, but we're getting money. I think.
Wait, he was still growling at me through some kind of weird
Yeah, he's
thing.
still
So he's alive. Mysterious benefactor.
Apparently. I think they were here pretty recently, too. I think I heard them riding off. This is one of the weirder turns in my career, but okay. How much gold?
You look through the chest, and it comes to a total of 250 gold.
There's about 250 here. That does not split evenly among 4 people.
That is right. So they're probably a noble
As
because they
you
are very
count
rich and
through-
can't do math.
As you count through, Darren, roll me a dexterity check.
Oh, frick. Okay. This is where the chest just like bites me or something, isn't it?
The whole map was a mimic.
9.
Okay. As you're sifting through the coins, counting through, you feel a sudden pressure as one of the coins against the back of your palm pushes up. And you take away your hand because you're not really paying attention. And the coin flips, and a trigger underneath the pile releases. Movement of the coins having shifted the weight.
knew it!
You take, as a gas pulses out of the chest. I
have a dwarven resistance to poisons.
I never said this was a poison.
Damn it!
You stumble back, but the gas cloud manages to envelop you for a brief second. And you take 4. You take 1d4, so 3 points of acid damage,
Aerosolized acid.
and you watch as the gas
Amos Wheeler
cloud
is not happy.
settles on the coins, and they slowly start to melt.
Okay, we don't have a benefactor, we have a dickbag.
What? Court
Also, that's-
jester.
Also, that's really not how acid works, but okay.
Well, I guess they gave us Aquariga. It's fine.
And as you're looking at the coins, you notice that while a lot of them looked like gold, they're not actually gold.
Yeah, we got
They're
cheated.
melting very quickly. A lot quicker than they should, realistically speaking.
Once again, we're fooled by chocolate coins.
Yeah.
If I had a gold coin for every time we got fooled by fake gold coins.
I'd finally have a gold coin.
Okay, well, this was an annoying little diversion.
Can we as a party agree on one rule? Can we stop opening things that we just receive randomly? Because one of those has literally killed our friend now, and another one spat acid at us, and I feel like this is going to be a chain of events if we don't be like, okay, there's a random mysterious object we've been given, let's just vote, or open it kind of carefully, or check for traps. Just saying.
I was checking for traps.
You
I just did not do so as gently as I should have.
You didn't say you wanted to check for traps.
I was asking you every question imaginable to see if it was in fact a mimic, but okay.
Yes, but it wasn't a mimic, so it didn't really make a difference.
It was a kind of mimic.
Isaac died by box. Isaac had a package delivery that contained basically magic anthrax.
Wait, what is this on the side of the Love? Jafia Bezus? Little smiley face. What's that?
Okay. So, you have received a package that turned out to be a trap. What would you all like to do? Where would you like to
Rumble
go?
quietly whilst we wait for Rakan to come back. Because I'm pretty sure what happens next gets us into combat.
Probably. Let's see.
Does the gas appear to have, like... Is there... Do we think there's more gas in this thing? Because chucking this at the big wolf might be something, at least.
Throw the acid chest at the
Yeah.
wolf.
I mean, every little bit of damage helps.
I guess.
Is there anything else we can perceive about the environment?
Roll me a perception check.
Guess I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Might as well.
Oh, can I
What does
can I cast guidance on someone for their perception?
I got a 16.
I got a...
Actually, can I cast guidance on myself?
Yes, you could.
Yep.
Sure, I'll roll perception with guidance then.
I think I got an 11.
Okay, so 11, 16, and...
Rolled 2 7s.
2 7s, okay. Wait, guidance doesn't allow you advantage.
Does it not? What does it do? Is it plus
No,
1?
you add a d4
to
your
I'm done.
roll.
I haven't used it properly in so long.
Okay, so 15...
Plus 1, so I've got an
16, 8, 11. Okay. Looking around the chest, Darren, it's relatively unremarkable. Other than what you now assume to be some form of trigger in the bottom of the chest, you do notice, down in one corner, a pair of letters that have been knife scratched into the metal of one of the bands. And the letters are SG.
Son Goku did this.
God damn it.
Okay, well, somebody graffitied the box. I don't know if that's necessarily who left the stuff.
Hmm.
I can't believe Simon Gumblesnatch would do this to us.
One day, Rakan will return home from the war.
Yeah, this is taking a bit. Shall we just have a gentleman's agreement that we can't start combat until he comes back?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, in which case I mark brazenly into the cavern that almost definitely contains my doom.
Okay.
I joke. For the love of
You
God,
said it,
no.
you're doing it.
No. I am not a front line. I am behind the front line, stabbing people in the back.
I mean, in fairness, I could, if I really wanted to, I could just throw, I don't know, something like this at you.
Oh god, it came back to life! In that case, while we're waiting, I want to do...
Is this a decent time to just take a break?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. And we'll be back in 5 minutes, everyone.
Shall restock my tea.
Yeah. I need more tea as well.
I think I'm gonna need more tea.
I need feeding. Oh dear.
I don't know.
Okay, back
Yeah,
into session.
I don't see
Now
any
that
mark.
everybody's back.
Yeah.
Right. So, trapped boxes, missing wolves, and generally strange goings on. What are you all doing?
Should
Well,
we
I don't think
investigate
there's
the
much
dead?
point in. I don't think there's much point in me I don't think there's much point in me divvying up this gold.
Well, considering it's turned into a melted pile of slag,
Hmm.
yeah, no, probably not.
No, we should probably go into the den. I think we should just get this over with. The wolves are probably there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels like that might be a strategic misstep because that's a much more open area for them to move around in where they have home field advantage. But yeah, let's do this.
You never know. They might have abilities to manipulate their their lair. One could
You
call
mean
them
some
lair
kind of
actions.
yeah. Hmm.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
Oh, Horace, before we go in,
Oops.
I would like to cast Magic Stone and pick up 3 pebbles. Use these for catapult if you get the chance.
Sure. All right. I grab them. I'll see if I'll get the chance to use catapult, though. I may have evolved to other things.
Maybe we'll see. These pack quite the punch.
I don't deny it. They feel pretty good.
okay,
Okay, it's a perception check as we enter the threshold, as it were.
okay, roll me
Oh.
perception.
11.
11. Okay. As the 4 of you turn the corner into this large cavern, which you could probably assume had once been the lair of the dragon that sits behind you, the first thing that catches all of your eyes is the large fishing boat that is sitting on the other end of the cavern. Sort of supported on a couple of rocks. Its sails tattered, masts slightly askew, ropes all over the place. It looks out of place. And you notice that it's around about the size of a fishing boat, from what you've seen. Probably easily able to carry a couple of nets and stuff. But it has round shields mounted along the sides of it. You can see here and there a couple of gleaming coins in the snow as well. The entire area leads down into this wide open sort of pit of ice and water. The water is probably only about a foot deep, but it submerges a decent amount of what you can assume is probably the dragon's hoard, or what used to be the dragon's hoard, because a lot of it looks like it's been picked clean.
Ah. Is that a boat?
I think somebody really doesn't know how to sail.
It seems quite bejeweled. It's like a boat for royalty, some kind of vicarious king, perhaps, or Viking.
How the hell did it get in here?
Well, seeing how there's an ocean, is there an ocean, like, is this actually an ocean nearby or no?
I mean, not
I
from this
mean,
place.
there's an ocean a good 10 miles away, yeah.
Okay.
I saw something like this once when a wizard got drunk casting levitate in the library. It can happen.
I was thinking drunk casting teleport or something.
Yeah, some sort of magical resonance cascade of some kind.
Either way, let's investigate.
Keep to the left myself.
Okay.
All right, I'll keep to the right then.
We don't want to split the party like that, given how wide this place is.
Fair enough. I'll come kiss you. No.
Mama,
Where did that
mama.
come from?
Good question. Where did that come from?
Interesting.
And they were birds.
Alright.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Only one of us is a bird.
Oh, too bad you're a bird now.
I am quite the good bird.
Yeah, you know what they say. Birds are made for life.
Excuse you.
I think that's not even true.
true.
Well, it depends on the bird, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh, Shall we roll investigation or?
yeah, you can roll me an investigation check if you'd like.
I would like to. I got a
Finally.
17.
Something I'm good at. Whoa!
28. Okay, you win.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Okay.
I still
So-
can't see Ingvar for some reason.
Okay. So, I'll quickly grab those rolls from you all in a second. I'm running around this cabin very fast. Okay. So, you said you rolled a nat 20,
Yes,
Horace?
28.
28. Okay. The first thing you spot when you enter the cabin is quite a few small piles of gold that are spread out throughout the snow. Most of it seems to have been missed by previous looters. Little piles here and there that have been encased in pockets of ice. There's a couple of jewels, bits and pieces across the ground. The second thing you spot is piles and piles of bones. Lots of bones. Lots of animal bones. Creature bones. Human bones.
Wolf bones?
Hmm?
Wolf bones?
Possibly. There definitely could be that there's some wolf bones in here as well. But there are just piles of bones here and there. Probably from what the dragon used to snack on. You also, at the other end of the cabin, on the ship itself, you see swinging from the mast, swinging from a rope that is attached to the yard arm, a silver medallion, about maybe an inch across, round, swinging gently from the mast, attached quite high up. And you notice that the ship itself seems to have small silver carvings across portions of it.
Well, this is a fancy ship, and like as my eye spots the glint of the medallion, just like, hold on a second, I spotted something that caught my attention. Excuse me.
Horace, there's potentially a wolf in here. Don't. Okay.
Don't worry. I'm ready.
Okay. Horace thunders ahead. Right. What did the rest of you roll on perception?
I didn't, but I can roll now.
It was an investigation check.
Yeah.
Investigation. Sorry.
17.
17.
8.
8 and Darren.
Like, investigation's not good, but let's see. Let me see, I think that's about a 16.
So
Oh, I'm wrong. That is in fact a 19.
19. Okay.
I'm actually good at something. Wow.
Ingvar, you not really much in here that you can see. You're a little bit distracted by the fact that you managed to trip over a frozen stale loaf of bread
Oh, fuck.
that was buried in the snow. And you notice that this loaf of bread actually has a skeletal hand attached to it, sort of reaching up out of the snow.
that
Line,
love stay there.
Darren and the librarian, you managed to find a bunch of the coin piles and stuff that you saw Horace see but skip over. There's quite a few small piles that have been left behind by the looks of it, but they're all encased in ice. Probably the remains of the dragon's hoard, what it once might have been. Yeah. Horace, as you progress down the steps, you crunch through the snow and the ice. You reach the bottom of the stairs. You see the foot of cold water sort of lying there. And you dip a toe in, and it is freezing. It is so cold.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me just step back. Okay. Just like standing on the edge. Just like, okay. Would I be able... I would be able to reach this... Okay, I would I sure as hell don't want to try walking through this. I'll be right back, everybody, as I will cast Misty Step to teleport across.
Okay.
Which I would be able to reach me...
You're burning spell slots on a shiny.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a
It
cool
might be
what do you
very shiny.
expect?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this area will count as difficult terrain because it's really rocky.
Yeah.
So it will have your movement. Bear that in mind. But you manage to misty step across without too much trouble. You land on one of the rocks and you scrabble up really quick because it's actually kind of hard to keep your balance. And you manage to climb up onto the plateau where the ship is.
Okay. Is this chest actually there?
Yes?
Could I... Well, first I'll go for the thing that caught my attention.
Okay,
I
so
will...
you're going to attempt to climb the mast to get it, are you?
Well,
Because
first
it is-
I see a big chest inside the boat.
Okay.
I will first... Can I investigate it for traps?
Yeah, roll me an investigation.
Alright. 25.
25. The chest is not trapped, it is locked.
Ah, shit. Alright. I'll check that later. I might be able to open that. Okay. I will attempt to climb the mast, yes.
Okay, roll me an athletics.
Would we say acrobatics?
Nope. This
Okay.
is a straight vertical pole. You can't really vault your way up it. It's gonna be athletics.
Alright.
Oh,
6.
boy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You dig your claws into the wood of the mast, and it's kinda hard actually. The wood is cold, it's frozen solid to the point where actually getting any purchase with your claws is not really going to happen. You try and dig in a bit, and you manage to climb about a foot up before you feel the wood slide under your claws, and you fall back to the deck of the ship.
How
It's-
high up? Sorry.
How high up is it?
How high up is the medallion? Yes.
Is the medallion? The medallion is about 25 feet above you and out on the yardarm. So it
How exactly is the medallion like affixed to the yardarm?
It is hanging on a rope, and it's here essentially.
Okay.
So it's where this icicle is where the medallion is hanging essentially.
Okay. If that is the case, I will step over on the the edge of the deck. And then let me check if the distance works out. Okay, wait. Just about from the looks of it. Yeah, I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
Remember how this was supposed
So-
to be a boss room?
Yeah.
So you cast Mage Hand, and you're going to pick up the medallion with it?
Yes.
Okay. You cast Mage Hand, and you let loose this spectral claw that sort of flies up and picks up the medallion. And as that happens, you hear... You watch as the medallion sort of flashes this bright blue light. And then you hear a clicking sound.
Oh no.
What's that mysterious ticking noise?
And you turn around to see one of the skeletons that was lying in the boat pick up its skull, put it on, pick up a bow next to it, and draw an arrow. And I would like you all to roll initiative. As from around the room, multiple skeletons slide or suddenly sort of appear from underneath the snow and ice.
Alright, everybody.
From behind and from underneath.
Yeah, that's my beat.
Oh!
Oh, that's very much my beat.
Oh, great. I got a 9.
Good lord.
Ah, fuck. Of course there's one next to me.
What am I rolling?
Initiative.
Oh,
So,
at least I've got a good bonus on that. Yeah, that'll do. That is 25. Except that I can't backstab skeletons.
You could try.
You
Yeah.
sure as hell could try.
okay. Let me add you all to the initiative order. There we go. Oh, I forgot I need to name these. Damn it. Okay. Very quickly, let me...
Undead and 5e have constitution scores? That doesn't make much sense.
Okay. So...
How much calcium do they have in their bones?
Oh my.
They're frozen stiff.
I'm just gonna quickly name these so that I can actually tell which is which and which is going where.
Fair enough.
There we go. So, right. Initiative. 25 to 20.
25.
23.
25 to 23. Okay. 20 to 15. Okay. 15 to 10.
Oh, this isn't sounding good.
Oh boy. 10 to 5.
9.
9. 5 to 0.
4.
Okay.
Not one.
Alright. So, Darren, you're up first. Given
Okay.
the situation. Skeletons have arisen from under the snow.
Where are the
Your turn.
skeletons? I don't see the skeletons. I also don't see the initiative order.
What?
I don't see the initiative order either.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that.
You guys might need to reload your game.
I can still move around as well. One sec.
Same, I just can't see
Yeah.
anything, including Ingvar, to be fair.
I have the initiative order up at the moment, so I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm just gonna reload back in. One sec.
Yeah, there might have been
Alright.
a new update to TaleSpire that may have bugged a thing or two.
Yeah.
I've rejoined. I can still not see the initiative.
Hold
I
on.
can still move around.
Can you see it now?
Nope.
Strange.
Oh, okay, I've got initiative order, and I can see some new things.
Okay, good. So, you can see the initiative. Who can see the initiative?
Have you added me to the initiative order?
Yes, I have.
I can't see anything. I can
Yeah.
see the map, but I can't see any initiative.
I'm gonna restart my entire client. One sec.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. Hold on.
So let me check for updates. No, still good.
I know Line was having issues earlier, so
Yeah, every time Lucy moved something, the whole map reloaded for me.
For me, I still don't see the initiative order.
Okay, that's odd.
I'm reloading back in.
I mean, there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid.
Uh,
I
as
you
can
try
long as we
recreating.
know, as long as we can be told whose
Yeah.
turn it is, it's fine.
I can tell you
Yeah.
whose turn it is.
Okay, yeah, I
Nope.
still don't see it.
yeah, I
I've
don't
reloaded
see
my
it
whole
either.
client,
Can-
so I
can
think
you
it's
see
on
the-
this end.
Can you see the skeletons?
Yeah, like
Then
one
it's
of them.
probably
I think.
fine. We can
Okay.
work with this.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Darren, you're up first.
Let me see. My knives aren't going to do much good. My cutlery isn't much use against skeletons. So I guess I'm going to pull out the mace that I was bequeathed.
Yeah, the Cerberus Flail. Okay, let me quickly give you the stats for that.
Is it Cerberus Flail, or was it? It was just described as a mace.
Oh, no, the
Yeah,
mace.
no.
Sorry, no. Ingvar has the flail. Yeah, it is just a mace. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
It is a one-handed weapon, so I will pull that out. It's not my best choice of weapon here, but oh well, it's fine. I'm probably not going to. Just so I know for certain, can I still get sneak attack against these things? Because we didn't used to be able to, but now I see they have a Constitution score, so I don't know.
Skeletons. Yeah, you can get sneak attack. Like as long as someone else is near it or you're hidden from it. Yeah, you can get.
Okay, right.
sneak attack.
That's a weirdness because I don't know what vital points that these guys will have. But they do have weakness to bludgeoning, so yeah. I will. Let's see. Farmer. I can move right behind this guy if I wanted to, but I think I will settle for the wall. And swing with the mace.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Eh.
That is a miss.
That is a 6.
That is definitely a miss, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You swing wide as your mace, which you're not really used to using something that's quite so heavy. You just swing it, and you realize that that mace is going somewhere, and you're not really used to it. Okay. Is that your move?
I think that's my move for the time being.
Okay. Next
Great.
up, Ingvar.
Well, considering I can only see one skeleton, that's with reloading. Oh, there's one behind me. Let's see
Yeah.
that one now. One over there. Oh, they're loading in very, very slowly.
Could you the guy behind here
Yeah, I can help with that one. He's going to turn around. Ooh. Get close enough. Now I can't imagine arrows being very effective against something that's just bones. I wonder if I could get away with flailing him.
I mean, maybe.
I could try.
I mean, he doesn't have much skin to take off, but I guess it's worth a shot.
But it's either trying to hit him with a Cerberus flail or try to shoot an arrow and watch it just go woof right through his ribcage.
Yeah. I mean, if you give me flanking, they'll help a lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna scoot over to the skeleton, not trip over the bloody moldy bread, and try to hit him with the flail.
Okay. So let me quickly check the flail's stats, because I realize we should not have that at the moment. Okay, so the flail uses strength to attack, and it does 1d10 slashing damage plus 3.
That's great. Oh, I've got decent enough attack. Strength even.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll me an attack.
Yeet. Well, that's not gonna hit.
No, that does not hit. You again, a weapon that you're not used to. Very much like Darren, you slash with the flail, and you watch as these 3 sort of spinning axe heads flail wildly, and you sort of back away as you watch this thing just go around. You're not used to this weapon. It is very unwieldy for you, who you're used to, like a bow of some sort. This is not that, and it feels weird. Okay. Next up, the skeleton archer, who is going to pull out a knife, or you think it's a knife, Horace, but it looks kind of like part of its thigh. That's
It's
been
Minecraft
sharpened.
skeletons.
And it is going to is that correct? I'll be correct. Okay, I guess it's correct. It is going to attack. For a 16 to hit.
Remember, you have mage armor on.
I do have mage armor on, but this unfortunately just barely hits, so I'm considering whether I should shield this or not. There's a lot of guys coming after me. Yeah, I will shield this.
Okay. So the skeleton brings down this bone shiv towards you, trying to stab you, and just as it almost intersects, you bring up this magic shield in front of you, and the shiv sort of pings off and skitters to the side. Right. Next up, this skeleton warrior, who is going to charge up these steps. And charge up more steps. It's gonna get to about there.
Is he gonna
Cast
use his
Grace.
bonus action to move further?
No, he used his bonus action to move more. Or his action to move more. He can't do a bonus action. And then, next up, you watch, Horace, as from behind the ship, a large, armored, hulking skeleton in what looks to be ceremonial battle dress, and a heavy iron crown, sort of steps down from this ledge and is going to use most of his movement to get onto the boat, and is gonna stare at you menacingly while wielding this massive greatsword, because he can't really get any further because he was traversing difficult terrain. Librarian, you're up next.
Yay. Eldritch Blast time.
Okay, roll it.
I get a nat 20, so a
Oh.
26 to hit.
Well, that hits.
Right, glad somebody can roll.
Which one are you aiming for?
I am aiming for both of them because I get 2 beams now.
Okay. So
I roll damage for each one. So the first one is a... Oh wait, it does both, I think? Let's see... Oh no, that's my plus. So yeah, I get a 11 on the first one.
Okay.
And a 14 on the second, I think. Wait, no, that can't be right.
Do you need to roll for both to attack?
Individually,
or-
or...
One sec, I'm checking what this roll is doing because it doesn't seem right. I think it might be rolling both beams for me. Yeah, so it's rolling both beams for me. So I get a 7 on the first one and a 4 on the second.
Okay, so 7 on the first and 4 on the second. Okay. Right.
And I think,
Is that it?
let's see. Can I do something else?
Alright, separate
Might be
attacks
able-
for each, so... Yeah, I need you to roll me an attack for the second beam.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was just the attack roll.
No. You are attacking 2 targets, you need to roll them separately.
Okay. 16 on the second one. Also, in that case, the
So the first one takes 14 points of damage because it was a nat 20, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And the second one takes 4 points. Yeah. Because that is what you roll, correct?
yes, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I'm just double checking something. Yeah, that should be it. I think I also want to. No, that should be it. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Next up, Skeleton Archer number 2, who is going to see you, Horace, and is immediately going to draw an arrow and to shoot you. With a 11 to hit.
Misses.
The arrow goes whizzing past and shatters against the mast of the ship. Looks like a pretty old arrow. Next up, this skeleton warrior, who is going to run through the cold water
Not that he
and
minds, I imagine.
is going to make it up to about there with his action. Okay. Next up, this skeleton warrior who's gonna close in on you lot.
Oh,
Actually, I need to actually measure this one. Okay. So he's gonna use his action to get right up next to you, Ingvar, but he cannot attack. Horace, you're up.
Okay. I have a dumb idea.
oh no.
Oh no.
Boy.
How? I feel like
Your
this
mage
is my.
hand is currently holding the medallion, by the way. Remember.
Okay. I feel like I have a dumb idea has become my tagline at this
Yep.
point. How stable does the mast look?
Oh no.
It is secured by several ropes that seem to be connected to the ship itself. It looks pretty stable, but it also looks very old.
Unfortunately, the unfortunate thing, it's the ropes. Oh. I could go for my plan, but it's a dangerous plan.
Should we be concerned?
Question. The chest that's on the ship, is it metal or wood?
It is wood with metal bands.
Let's go with my favorite tagline. Fuck it. Okay, let me measure something really quickly. It's radius of 20 feet. So if I were to shoot center on that point. Okay. If I were to shoot it centered on that point, then if I... Okay. I will move over here. Well, that should be like about 3, like 15 feet. And then bonus action blade song.
Okay.
And then time for my favorite spell in the game. Fireball.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I have just measured the range. I am just outside of the range, and it would hit every single one of them if I centered it on the fucking the ceremonial looking guy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Fireball. I need to look that spell up very quickly.
Dexterity save from all of them. If they fail, they take 8d6 fire damage. If they succeed, half of that.
Okay.
Should we take cover?
No, we're way away from it.
So
But,
that's the skeleton archer on the left fails. Skeleton archer on the right fails. And skeleton lord fails. They all fail. With natural 3s on 2 of them.
For fun's sake, I will roll it in TaleSpire. So that is 24 fire damage on all of them.
Yeah.
what the archers are done.
Okay, so the archers take 24 damage. One of them just explodes into smithereens as the concussive force of the fireball just shatters his bones into nothingness. The other one staggers back, and you can see its bones are slowly being consumed with fire, but it's patting them out as quickly as it can. The big guy stumbles back a bit. Skeletons don't really have expressions, but you get the feeling that the way this skeleton just raised its sword and pointed it at you, you get the feeling it's kind of angry.
I wonder what gave me that impression. Okay, I think with that, I will call my turn there.
Okay. Next up, Skeleton Warrior number 1, who is going to, because Ingvar is right in its face, stab Ingvar.
Ow.
I mean,
And is
technically
going to miss.
technically the
somehow.
dragon is right in its face.
It stabs forward with the spear, and Ingvar, you dodge slightly to the right, and the spear passes by harmlessly. Darren,
Spears are
you're
not
up
close
next.
weapons. I'm gonna attack. And if I have to do it
Okay.
twice, then so be it. Eh. That's a 5.
That does not hit.
At least it's not a nat 1.
Again, this mace is really heavy. You swing, but the skeleton just sort of steps back out of reach.
Do I get advantage given on where Ingvar is currently, or...?
You would be flanking, so yes, you do get advantage.
Okay, right. So I do get to roll that again and see what I get. Okay, that is a 16.
That does hit.
Okay, so that's one attack hit.
So you come in with a second swing, backhanding the skeleton. You knock it right against the skull, and
Okay,
you do a
16
decent
and
amount of
20
damage.
for my attacks, collectively.
Okay, and that also hits, but do damage? Damage?
Let's see. Damage is 1d6 plus my freshly upgraded sneak attack of 3d6, so that is 4d6 per attack.
Okay. So roll it.
Oh, I love the clickies. Here we go. 19.
19 points of damage. You go whack! Whack! Twice against this skeleton's skull, and you watch as it stumbles back, its head spinning in concentric circles. And
Harryhausen here.
picks up its hands, drops its spear, puts its hand to its skull, and sort of steadies the skull and goes and puts it back in place. It's looking rough.
That is all I have.
Nice,
on
you
my turn.
disarmed it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Ingvar, you're up next.
Keep your head on a swivel.
I think Bar's going to probably follow up Darren's attack on the same skeleton. And he's going to try the flail again because he's far too close to smack it with an arrow.
Okay.
So...
Rude. Okay, that's...
That should be
Probably
hit.
hit.
What's your strength?
Bablos. I mean, strength's 18, so plus 4.
That hits.
So I need to roll 1d10.
1d10 plus 3.
So that's 10.
Nice. 10 points of damage. You whack! Bring the flail, now that you've gotten the hang of it, all 3 blades straight through its ribcage. The skeleton scatters into a smattering of bones. It is down.
Nice.
Okay. Next up, Skeleton Archer. Who is dead. So, he's gone. So next up, Skeleton Warrior, who is coming up behind you, Librarian, and is going to try and stab you in the back. Roll. That is a 9 miss. So you get the sense that there's something behind you, and you move to the side just as another spear comes straight past you. Right, next up is the big boy. And the big boy is going to climb up to the edge here, and pointing his great sword at you, Horace, is going to... Come on, show me spells. Show me my spells. I need to get better organized with this. Filter. Ah. No. Wait. Ah, here we are. Yes. Save. Is going to do. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, okay, that one might be rough. Con save. 7.
Ooh. That is a failure.
Not a whole person, at least.
That is 31 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
As the Skeleton Lord holds out its greatsword and casts Blight on you.
Ooh, okay, like, stagger back, like, that would fucking hurt.
Yeah,
That's-
you watch as this streak of black energy wraps itself around the greatsword and then hits you right in the chest, and you feel a sudden necrosis begin to seep into your skin. You watch as feathers start to tumble away from your chest. Yeah.
That's gotta be
Okay.
close to a one hit, isn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty close. I'm not looking too good right now. I'm not looking too
Librarian,
sexy.
you're up next.
Okay. I need to measure something real quick. Okay, so that should be 10 meters. Okay. I am going to cast Shatter at 2nd level on these
Okay.
two skeletons here, centered on the point that I've dictated. A little bit more to the right if it's hitting Invar, just so it doesn't hit them, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that is... I think it's a DC. Yeah, DC 15 to beat, and it is a...
Dexterity save or Constitution?
I think it's con. I'm gonna be certain in a moment when I actually read enough. Con save, yeah.
Okay, Constitution save. So that is a natural 19 on one, and a natural 18 on the other. So they both make the save.
Okay, they take half damage then, I think.
Okay, roll me damage.
That's karma from those guys failing that fireball save.
Where's my thing? 1 moment. That is 16 thunder damage, which means they take 8 each.
8 points of thunder damage. Okay. There we go. Right, next up, Skeleton Archer number 2, who is going to fire an arrow at you, Horace, with a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Miss. You watch as another arrow flies past your ear and, woof, and splinters against the rocks behind you. Okay. Skeleton Warrior number 4 is going to finish running up these steps and then use its action to get up to here and can't do anything else. Skeleton Warrior number 2, however, is going to attempt to attack you, Ingvar, with a 15 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. You take... Somehow I feel like that's not right, but I'm not questioning it.
Wait, what did you say there?
15 was the roll.
Oh, then it missed it. I'm reading me number. 16 armor. I thought it was 14 for some reason.
Okay, that's fine then.
So that's a miss then.
Okay. Yeah, no. The short sword swings wide as you dodge backwards. Your draconic companion pulling your arm slightly to the side as the sword swings past. Horace, your turn.
All right. So, post fireball, how's the how are the ropes on the mast looking?
The ropes on the mast have burnt pretty well. You look at the mast and you're seeing that a lot of the ice that was on it has melted, and the wood is starting to splinter.
All right. Time for my incredible plan. I will bonus action Misty Step once again.
Okay.
Thankfully, I now have 3 second level spell slots, so it is affordable. So I will teleport over here, right behind the mast.
Okay.
And I will turn. Let me just. I will turn around behind them. I will. Okay.
I get what
This
you
works.
mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah. And I will attempt to basically make the mast go timber right on top of the armored man.
Okay, how are you doing that?
It's already very unstable, so I'm just gonna grab Horus and just swing full strength at the side of the mast right in front of me and push.
Okay, roll me a d20. Just straight d20.
Great D20, you got it.
Essentially a strength check.
That is if it's a straight D20, that's a 14. Strength check 15.
Okay. Yeah, strength check is what I needed. Okay, you swing Horus with all your might, and you feel the sword sink, thunk, into the mast. For a moment, nothing happens, and the sword is stuck in the mast, and the skeleton lord turns to you, and then you hear a creak, crack. I need you to roll me a 20 for an attack.
A D20 for attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 16.
Okay. You watch as the mast slowly but surely, as the rest of the ropes that didn't get affected by the fireball suddenly snap, and the entire mast descends and goes crunch as it hits the skeleton lord on top of his head, caving in his skull. Roll me 48 for mass damage.
48 mass damage. Let's do this. 19.
19 points of damage. The mast descends, crunch. It takes the iron crown that the skeleton lord was wearing. You see part of his skull is caved in now, but he's still standing, and he's looking pissed.
I'm just gonna look at his sword and just like, and just like attempt to taunt him, and that's
Okay.
gonna be my turn.
Okay, Darren, you're up next.
Oh boy. We're getting kind of surrounded over here. Gonna reposition. There we go.
Okay.
And guess let's see, which of these two looks like the most messed up?
They all look relatively beaten, but not that bad.
Right. Well, I will take the one on my current left.
Okay.
And I definitely get advantage for this, so yay. But not enough, that is an
But
8.
Not enough. Both of the that misses.
My onesie of good fortune is not helping me.
So yeah, the mace, once again, still not quite used to the weight of it, having gotten a few lucky strikes in before, just woof, swings wide. Is that your turn?
That is everything I can do.
Ingvar, you're up next.
Oh, I got a slight flash of your turn on the screen. Well, all he can really do is swing at the one behind him, probably.
Yeah. You can attempt that.
I can certainly. God almighty.
There
Camera.
are 3, so it depends which one you want to swing at.
Like the one directly behind us. I want to say 13.
That misses.
Bollocks.
You swing once again with the flail, but this flail it's really difficult to use for some reason. And you just swing wide, the chains clanking and the blades just sort of clanging against each other, and it's difficult. Right, next up, the skeleton warrior is going to try and stab the librarian once again. And is going to fail miserably. And the spear goes wide once more, just sliding past the librarian's robes. And now the skeleton lord, who is staring at you, Horace, and is going to attempt to bring his greatsword down on your head with a natural 20.
Bye, Horace.
That is 23 to hit.
Wait, would I? I know it's a crit, but if I shield, I can't actually block that.
Yes. It is your choice whether you want to shield or not.
Yes, I would love to shield if you would allow it. Though rules, I'm not sure how you rule it, but actual rules, it's crits are auto hits. If you rule it differently, then I'll go with it. But yeah.
Given that he'll die if you don't.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, I'll die, but I'm a man of the people. So I gotta make sure.
Considering I'm already nerfing the skeleton lord a little bit in this combat encounter because you're the only one next to it, no. Crits are still auto hits.
Alright.
That's not gonna help.
Okay. You never know, he could roll all ones.
Unlikely.
Sure, all ones on 8d6.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah,
That's the
that great,
exact same we got last time.
the great sword comes down on you, Horace, and you're stuck by fear. You watch as this giant, wicked blade comes down and slices into your shoulder, and you sit there for a moment, and like, you feel blood slowly trickling down your chest as the greatsword sinks through your shoulder. And you realize that things are... You feel cold. Colder than normal. Colder than the snow around you. And you slip from consciousness as your blood slowly trickles onto the deck of the boat. And the skeleton lord withdraws his sword and prepares to bring it down for a final blow.
Oh no.
And you're up next, librarian.
Ah, fuck. I'm checking what options I have because this sucks. The answer is not many.
It's fine. I did this to myself.
Like, I'm sorry, Rakan, but you went up to a creature that did 31 points of necrotic damage to you, and you decided to get closer to it. Like, you did this to yourself.
I would have been fine in any situation aside from a crit, to be fair.
Probably, yes.
That's why I got closer to goad him to punching me instead of spelling me.
Yeah, I got nothing that can reach 130 feet.
Hmm.
Just gotta hope and pray for my luck.
What luck?
I'm sure it's an auto hit at this point.
Yeah, you're prone.
Fucking get out.
If I nat 20 on a death save.
No, he's
gonna
as far as Lucian is implied, he's about to fucking kill you. There's no death saves about to happen.
But my turn comes first, so maybe, I don't know.
Is down, does that mean the mage hand goes out?
Yeah, that would.
Yes.
It would.
So you watch as the mage hand disappears and the silver medallion falls from the air and splash drops into the cold water at the foot of the staircase.
Okay, so who has opportunity of attack on me right now? Just the spear skeleton?
Just the spear skeleton, yeah.
Okay. Let's see how far away I am.
At foot of the staircase, so like half that.
I'm barely out of reach. Like 3 feet.
I would... Well, okay, hold on. Let me measure this.
I'm probably the only person with an ability that can get there.
I can move 90 feet in a turn, but that is then the end of my turn.
You could technically get there.
Okay.
You could make it like that.
I would then...
That is, if you're doing what I suspect you could do.
like to move and give Skeleton opportunity of attack.
Okay. The skeleton will take that opportunity of attack. With a 16 to hit.
They hit.
Okay. And that is... 12 points of damage.
Cool.
The skeleton, getting quite frustrated at its inability to hit you, swings its spear wide just as you run past, and it catches you in the side. And you watch as the spear sort of cuts through a little bit of your robe, and you watch as you slowly start to bleed. And you run.
Do I get an action and a reaction in one turn?
Yes. Action, reaction, bonus action.
Yeah, action reaction.
Okay, I would like to Hellish Rebuke that skeleton.
Okay. Post rebuke. might
DC
be
15 of... I think it's con, let me check. No, deck save.
Deck save.
Yep.
That is a fail.
Okay, so it takes 2d10 fire, I'll roll that.
Okay. 2d10 fire.
That is an 11.
11 points of fire damage.
Oh, wait, actually, I can only cast my Warlock spells at 2nd level, which means that gets
3d10.
an extra d10.
Extra d10. Okay, so roll an extra d10 on top of that.
A 1, so 12.
So 12 points of fire damage. Against
Yep.
skeleton. Okay. Right. What's next?
I would like to cast Eldritch Blast on Skelebob,
Okay.
the big boy.
Roll an attack.
I would if I didn't click the wrong button. There we go. That is a 14.
14 total.
Yep.
Let me quickly check something. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Oh.
Barely.
Okay, I'll roll. Well, actually, that's one attack, I guess,
Mhm.
because I'm doing
That's
two
one
beams. And I will roll the second one. That is a 21 on the second one,
That hits as well.
and
Roll
that
me
is
damage.
13 damage.
13 damage total.
That is 21 damage total.
21 damage total. Okay. You run to the bottom, to the top of the staircase, hold out your arm, summon a bolt of this bright blue energy, and release it. And boom, boom. Both bolts hit in the back of the skeleton's armor, and it stumbles forward and turns towards you and raises its sword, and you hear a sound as it sort of chitters menacingly at you. But you have its attention. Next up, Skeleton Archer, who is going to, seeing the bolts come from you, attempt to fire an arrow at you with disadvantage, because you are quite far away and it only has a short bow. That is a natural 1. And
It shoots itself in the foot.
The skeleton draws its bow back, and as it draws to full length, the bow in its hands shatters, and it takes 1 point of damage. And keels over.
Oh my god, he was on 1 HP?
He was on 1 HP.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So that skeleton archer is dead. Next up, skeleton warrior was going to try and slash at you, Ingvar. For
yeah.
a 19 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
Okay. And he's going to do 6 points of damage.
Yeah, it's not too bad. 1, 2.
Next up, the
Yeah,
other
the rest of us are doing
skeleton
quite
warrior,
well.
who is going to turn around and try and hit you, Darren,
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
because you've been wailing on its ass for a while.
That is not true. I've been missing its butt this entire time.
And
15
that
hits.
is 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You take 13 points of damage.
Crikey. Okay. Oh.
Next up, Horace, roll me a death save.
Alright, let's hope for the best, everybody.
I'm gonna use my reaction to halve that damage.
Yeah, go for it.
Is that 6 or 7?
18.
It was 13. It was 13 points of damage.
18. Okay, that's a successful save.
Yes.
So you don't die. Good for you.
I don't die.
Darren, you're up next.
What was the damage? 6 or 7 if it's halved?
7.
Okay. Just so I know. Well, I see no reason not to use all of my attack actions here.
Mm-hmm.
So attack 1. That's over a 20. I think
19.
that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
And attack 2.
That
the mace-
misses.
Yeah, that definitely misses. The mace is only +3. Okay, that is still nonetheless 3d6 of damage.
Mm-hmm. So
Plus
roll
my
it.
strength, which is +0, so there. Where'd my dice go? There they are. Okay. Whoop.
Okay, 7 points.
Apparently 7 points. I'll take the 7.
There we go. Okay. Right. Ingvar, you're up next.
Well, we're just gonna keep trying to wheel on the skeleton, I guess.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
For God's sake, hit the damn thing.
That'll do.
That hits. We'll roll 1d10 plus 3.
So 8.
Okay. 8 points of damage. Okay. It's looking rough. Skeleton is up next, and because the librarian has run off, he's going to turn to you, Ingvar, and he's going to try and stab you. And he's going to succeed.
These skeletons have a lot of HP.
They don't really, but they are challenge rating 4. That is 9 points of damage, Ingvar.
1, 2, 3.
Each one is CR4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Alright, well that's gonna be a lot of XP.
That's
Yep.
that.
2,
No.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Trust me, I've nerfed them from what they would usually be at CR4.
I mean, yeah, I imagine
I've given them the same health pool, but the calculator was telling me that each of these skeletons should do 9d6 of damage.
What?
Yeah, I
Oh.
know. So I've given them 3d6 for a hit. Okay. Next up, the Death Knight or the Death Lord, the skeleton.
The big
lord.
skelly.
The big skelly.
Big bones.
Is going to raise his sword, and he's going to point it at you, librarian. And he is going to cast. Okay, okay. So that is a miss. You watch as a ray of greyish energy shoots past you as at quite a distance. It doesn't quite manage to hit. The Skeleton Lord's aim is a little off. Okay, Librarian, you're up next.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna... Let's think, actually.
I would have thought its aim would be off when it's got a part of a crushed skull.
I think my best option here is just to Eldritch Blast again after I move closer.
How badly hurt is the Skull Lord looking?
He looks pretty rough. He's got a caved-in skull. Parts of his armor have been battered and bruised. He's missing his crown, which is now embedded in the mast. He looks pretty rough.
Okay, let's hope for the best.
Damn it. Okay. Can't do anything cool, but I can Eldritch Blast again.
Eldritch
roll
Blast
it.
might help.
First Eldritch Blast, 17.
Hits.
That hits.
Second one, 12.
Okay. That misses.
Misses.
Okay, first one is 12 damage.
Okay. What's your play?
Yes!
Grief.
I think as the librarian rushes down the stairs, casting off these blasts as he sees Horace literally lying limp and cold on the floor. He fires off this last one with like, "I'm not losing another friend today."
You watch as the librarian rushes down the stairs, bounding. You watch blasts coming out of his hands. You see 3 consecutive blasts of energy coming from the librarian. One hits the skeleton in the chest, the other in the throat. The last one knocks his head clean off. It flies back and lands next to you, Horace, through your bleary vision, as you can just about see what's going on through your haze of concussion and blood loss. The Skeleton Lord falls to the floor. His great sword drops to the side. He is defeated. Okay. Next up, Skeleton Warriors, who are going to... one is going to attempt to attack you, Ingvar. And that is a 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Ow. It's a bite.
And that is 10 points of damage.
Ouch.
Next one is going to go after you, Darren.
Nope.
With a natural one.
No. Stabs himself in the foot.
You watch as the skeleton swings his sword and swings it over your head, around, and hits his friend in the back of and he does 8 points of damage to his friend.
Is that enough to kill his friend?
No, it is not.
Aww.
Horace, roll me a death save.
Oh no.
No. So let me roll that. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
That is a nat 1, so that's 2 death save fails.
2 death save fails. You feel the life slipping from you. You watch as your vision slowly turns black. You're not dead yet, but it's close. Darren, you're up next.
Okay, I need to keep on these 3 or they're gonna stab somebody in the back, and I cannot make it over to Horace to stabilize anyways, so... Librarian, that one's on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of fucking slow and there's water in the way because a bird decided to teleport twice.
I'm sorry.
I got nothing, okay. Just gonna keep getting rid of skeletons.
Where the hell did that one vanish?
That is gonna be a 10, so that's a miss.
That's a miss, yeah. You swing the mace once more. Not kidding.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
And a nat
Okay.
1, but a nat 20.
Nat 20 and a nat 1, but it's with advantage, so you take the 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me
So
down.
that's like a crit. So, let's see my mace. It's just regular, so it's going to be 2d6, so that's 4d6 total. Let's go down. 13 points.
13 points of damage. Wait, 13 points of damage doubled, so
No, that
24.
includes the oh, is it just regular doubled?
it's well, it's a crit,
It's
so
total damage doubled or damage dice doubled.
it's total damage doubled, sorry.
Okay, right. Hang on, I will re-roll that because I rolled 4d6.
Oh, okay.
22.
So 22. Okay, so 22 points of damage. You slam your mace down on the skeleton head, and you hear a crunch as its entire cranium just turns to dust. And it is down. Okay. Right, Ingvar, you're up next.
Well, he's gonna go for the guy with the spear because he's quite sick of somebody trying to stick a spear in his side.
Alright, roll it.
Whoop. Plus
That is-
4, 17.
That'll hit.
Yeah. Plus
Okay,
3.
10 points
10.
of damage. You bring your flail round, bring it over your head and down, and as you do, you watch as all three blades crunch through the skeleton's rib cage. It is dead. There is one left. Librarian, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat,
Okay?
which allows me for up to 10 minutes to take the dash action.
Mhm.
And I am going to use that and my movement to try and get closer to Horus.
Okay.
To be able to move 60 feet.
You should be able to take the dash action just as an action.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
can
it's
do my
alright.
movement and then do my dash, right?
So, if you're doing Expeditious Retreat, which is a bonus action, it lets you. It's basically using Expeditious Retreat counts as a dash action, and then for the next turn, all the next turns, you can use a bonus action to dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I can just use move 30 for this one, right? Or can I move 60?
You
can move 60 for this one for the
Cool.
first
Yeah,
turn.
you can move 60 for the first one, and then 90 for the rest. So,
Nice.
He could theoretically move 90 this turn if he also uses his action, because it says when you cast this spell,
actually, yeah, you cast it as a bonus action, and then you use the dash action as an action as well.
yeah, so that would be 90 feet.
Cool. I'm getting onto the boat.
Okay, so you manage, bearing in mind, whoa!
There he is. Oh, bloody hell.
Bearing in mind that the water and the rocks count as difficult terrain, which means your speed is halved on those.
Well, fuck.
So you would probably get to about there.
Ah.
And since you did step in the water, I need you to make a Constitution save.
Yay, the thing that wizards are best at.
Famously.
I got a 1.
Oh.
Boy, okay. That is 12 points of cold damage.
I am on
What?
8 HP.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Right. Next up is the skeleton, who is starting to realize that it's not gonna win this fight, but it's gonna try its best, and it's gonna turn to you, Darren, and it's gonna try and swing at you. Because it's
Take your best
what's you
shot. Better not miss.
terrible.
Yeah, I would prefer you if you missed, but okay.
Yeah, that's 19.
Yeah,
is
that
the wrong
hits.
amount of dice. Oopsie. I'll subtract.
Okay.
So that's I'll subtract
Uncanny
the 6
dodge.
from that.
Again, that's my reaction.
So that's 9 points of damage with the uncanny dodge. Then that halves that, so that's 5 points of damage. Okay, Horace, roll me a death save.
I need this to be a success. Oh! 14! That's a success.
That's a success.
Hi.
Okay. Right, Darren, you're up.
Alright, well, I am getting rid of this last thorn in our side, hopefully.
Okay, that's
12th verse, same as the first 11. That's a 14.
That hits.
Okay. And the second is also a 14, so 2
Also
hits.
hits.
So that is, let's see, it's 3d6 each, so that is that is 66 total. Thank the Lord for some advantage.
14
That
points
is
of
14
damage.
total.
Okay. Right. Skeleton looking a little beat up. You swing with your mace and it hits against the shield, and you watch as part of its bones sort of crunch as the shield sort of reverberates with the mace's impact. Ingvar, you're up.
Well, he's gonna try and finish it off. So. Yeet.
That'll hit.
I'll hit. Right, grab this. Hello,
Well,
Roof.
Golden King, that'll do it.
What's with me in sevens today? That's
10
10.
points of damage. Okay. Looking rough, you bring your flail down across the back of this skeleton, and you watch as it carves grooves down into the bone, but it's still standing. Just about. Librarian, you're up.
Okay. Movement to the boat. I cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Roll me some health.
Easy. Oh, it's asking what level and stuff. Need to tab between it each time. What the fuck did I just do? I think I managed to close roll 20. Perfect. I have no idea what I rolled.
12.
12.
Okay,
You got
12.
12.
Perfect.
Okay, 12 points of damage? 12
Yeah, I'm
points of
killing
damage.
Horace.
Kill him.
You thought they
12
were coming to
points
save
of
you, but
healing,
no.
Horace. You are now at 12 HP. Okay. Next up, the skeleton warrior, who is gonna try and swing at you again, Darren. With a.
It's a hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Okay. That'll do 7 points of damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, so half that to 4. 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Horace, you're up. And you're actually up.
Mm.
You are on more health than me right now.
Close to my health, actually.
More than me.
And I've just been spamming Uncanny Dodge this whole time.
Apparently, Horace is dead in real life.
Oh, right, I forgot I was muted. Fuck. Just, oh, god damn it, okay. So, like, as Horace is, like, waking up, he's just gonna, like, Chief. Oh, where am I?
Oh wait, do I get crits on heals?
I don't
Yes.
think really. Wow.
Because I roll a max.
If
Oh wait,
you,
no,
you
that's
rolled
for...
if you roll
Yeah,
a
max
20...
heal.
Well,
No, it's not a 20 though. That's
Oh,
I'm
yeah. No,
I'm
no.
confused.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, thank you so much, librarian. I literally owe you my life. Alright.
Librarians, they're just sopping wet, breathing heavily, like.
Yeah,
Don't
you know,
do that again!
I won't. I promise.
I can't teleport! No one else can teleport!
I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think there's more killing our friends. So, if you've got any more of those teleports left, you should probably go help. I'm gonna walk back.
Well, I don't think I can make it in time, but I think I might have something that could help. Let me just measure distance. Okay, 4x. Wait, let me check if it is centered correctly.
That would be 120 feet, so yes.
Yes. I would like to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
Okay.
So, 3 rays of fire within range. You hurl them at one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. So I make 3 ranged spell attacks.
Okay. Do it.
So let me. My spell attack bonus is +8. So lowest one is an 11, which I'm pretty sure misses.
Miss.
But then after that is lowest one is 15.
Hit.
So 3 hits. 66 fire damage.
2 hits.
I'm upcasting it to 3rd
You're
level.
upcasting
So
it, so yeah. Okay.
yeah, so it's an additional ray. So
Okay.
66, 21 damage.
21 damage. What's your play?
Just like get up and clamber over to the edge as I just like extend my palm out and like from my fingers like fucking Frieza's death beams, 4 beams of fire just shoot towards him and fucking impale like 1 through the head, 2 through the shoulders, and 1 like under the armpit missing.
Okay. You, Darren, and Ingvar, as you're getting ready to deliver the final blows, you watch as 3 beams of fire streak through the skeleton, shattering its cranium and dissipating its entire body into a cloud of bone dust.
I'll
you
take
stand
that.
there, just like in the middle
Ah.
of a cloud of dust, basically, of what used to be a skeleton.
And then Ingvar just sneezes.
I just shout over, I'm very sorry!
Wherefore?
What?
Never mind. We'll come and get you.
Alright, I'm gonna go check the chest on the boat.
No more chest checking! We know what happens when we check chests!
Leave that for me.
You wanna trek through the water? Be my guest.
Well, there's. Oh, hold on. No, we can't get around that. Never mind.
Yeah, might be able to actually. Can I? There's a very narrow edge, but I think I can probably tolerate going through the water, but just be, like, ready, I guess.
Can we please just find a fucking plank? Because if I try and go back through that, I will
you're the-
die.
You're near the thing full of wood.
Camera.
Can I check for planks that I can use to just make a small fucking
And-
bridge?
Roll me an
Anything as
investigation
tall
check.
as a footstool, basically.
I will help with the investigation.
Does that mean I get advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 19.
Okay. There's a there's a 25-foot long mass that's been decimated and is sitting on the rocks.
Great. Are there like crates, those shields, anything that could be,
You could probably pull off the shields. They seem to be mounted more as a place to store rather than actually like riveted into place or screwed into place.
Purely decorative.
How deep is this water exactly?
It's about a foot deep.
Okay. I guess we can just use the mask as like a little bridge. Then is that just a strength check?
Yeah, but bearing in mind, 1 foot is a quarter of my height.
Yeah, it'll be a strength check. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I would like to suggest, could we use like the little plank that is like leading up into the boat? Could we use that like a lever?
Yeah. Can we use the oar?
Yeah, you could probably.
The
do
oar might
that.
just be long enough by itself.
Yeah. Why don't we just use the oar?
Yeah, why don't we just use the oar?
Let's see. That's 20 feet, and the oar is about 10 feet long.
The model is about 20 feet.
It's
okay.
like 16. But there's
Yeah,
two of them. We can just make 2 bridges.
Oh, you could just go from like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you.
I can jump
The oar
10 feet.
is very thin. Like, it's not built to be stood on. Whereas the mast is pretty thick.
Okay, well, just strength check the mask then. There's 2 people working on it, so I guess who has best strength? I'll just help Horace.
Yeah, I have +1. I'd like to. Could I use the mast to like lower the DC? Could I use the oar as a lever to lower the DC?
Oh, and I
as
cast
well?
guidance.
Okay.
Yeah, I would allow that.
Double
Roll me a
advantage.
strength check, then add. Roll me a strength check with advantage and add a d4.
All right. D4. 15.
Okay. It takes a bit, but eventually you guys manage to maneuver the mast into place over the sort of area between the staircase and the rocks, and you eventually manage to clamber. You and Ingvar and Darren manage to clamber up onto the plateau where the ship is resting.
Okay. I'm going to check for traps. Also, did anyone try to grab the amulet from the bottom stairs?
It's in the water, isn't it?
It's in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
feel like
I got
that-
the help for that.
I'm gonna mage hand it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna check for traps on the chest.
I
Okay,
checked
roll
it
me-
before.
Yeah. Roll me investigation, Darren. Yeah, you managed to get the mage hand out and take it out into the water, pick up the amulet with a little bit of searching. It is not trapped, Darren. Not at all. You're pretty sure it's not even
Swear to
locked.
God.
Can I try again? Because I feel like I would notice that that's probably wrong.
Also, I feel like we're on edge today from literally the
Yeah.
multiple other traps we've experienced.
yeah.
You're
be
pretty
real
sure it's
thorough.
not trapped. At the end
Can
of
I
the day.
try again?
No, you
Oh.
checked.
No,
It.
you can't retry checks.
But yeah, you managed to pull the medallion out of the freezing cold water.
The Death Knight suddenly reanimates and moves towards you.
Oh,
God.
Nothing seems to happen. The medallion glints in the light. It
Alright.
is
What?
pure silver.
As near as I can tell, this chest isn't trapped like the last one.
Okay, can I
I-
check for the traps
I'm
this time?
I'm not opening this one though, just to be on the safe side.
I checked it before. It seemed safe.
Well, while they're busy with that, Ingvar's going to toss a cure wounds on himself so he doesn't bleed all over the floor again. That's 5 plus. I
Wisdom
plus with
modifier.
Who's doing what?
the 3, so that's 8.
I am gonna start.
I'm standing back from the chest before someone opens it.
I'm starting to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
Sure, we can rest for 10 minutes. Chill.
I literally need to.
Chill is literally
Yeah.
the only thing we're doing in here.
I mean, in order to for a short rest, you'll need to rest for an hour. But
Yeah, but like you know what I mean.
fair point. Yeah. Okay, so you all rest for 10 minutes. Catch your breath. Librarian, you cast Detect Magic, and obviously the first big magical thing you see is Horace's sword, which, as usual, lights up like a beacon. You also see that the medallion that the mage hand that Horace has out is holding is magical. The greatsword that the skeleton warrior was holding is magical. And whatever is in that chest is magical too. The magical aura around the item in the chest is very dark. But so is the one around the greatsword.
There might be something kind of gross and shadowy, dark magic-ish in the chest. We might want to open it very carefully.
I'll do it. I've got us into this mess. I should take responsibility.
You
If
might
you
die.
fucking die again, I swear to God.
I will do
guys,
what-
I've got two
Who
wounds
looks like the
in my
most?
pocket.
They have the most vigor right now. Who has the most blood in them? You have more blood. You open it.
I have 15 health, so I
got 16
absolutely
after
would
healing.
not put it past Lucian to have something in there that could one-hit me now.
Can we just use Mage Hand to open it?
Yeah. All right. Darren, could you pass me your thieves' tools?
Okay, just be careful with them.
All right. Don't worry. I won't. Well, I won't waste them.
You cannot guarantee me that they are coming back intact.
All right. I will step back and I will use my mage hand to try and pick the lock.
Roll me dexterity. Sleight of hand, technically. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Yeah. All right. Sleight of hand. I think I accidentally activated advantage on that. Should I reroll that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll it.
All right. 16.
16. Okay. You attempt to pick the lock with Mage Hand. And Mage Hand's kind of not very good at this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you hear a couple of clicks and then a ding! And Mage Hand comes out and you see one of the lockpicks is broken. The chest is still locked.
Do you want me to give it a shot?
Sure. If you wanna try.
Yeah, pass me them tools over.
I pass them over to Ingvar.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, I need a 20. A roll a 20. Well, that's the way them.
Oh,
Plus 5, so that's 25.
25.
still kill us. It can
Okay.
still kill us. Don't relax yet.
25. Okay. That was actually the DC you needed. Specifically 25.
Because he's got plus 5 in sleight of hand. For some reason.
Okay. So, you pull the lockpicks to you, Ingvar, and you crouch down in front of the chest and start working away at it. After about a minute, you suddenly feel a click, and you hear a and you watch as a small smattering of arcane energy dissipates from the lock.
There's an
And
arcane lock.
the chest click. It is now unlocked.
Yay.
What's the contents? Oh, have we not opened it?
You haven't opened it yet.
So he's gonna lift the lid, but very carefully and gently.
Okay.
In case
You
something
lift the
explodes.
lid, and this box is pretty ornate. It's got black iron straps. Its wood is sort of reddish brown, but in a really dark sort of way. And you open the lid, and the interior is covered in some form of satin or silk in black. And you open it up, and on the inside there is a set of black plate armor.
Why ain't that just fancy?
And the armor seems to be missing a helmet. But the armor itself has a black rose sort of engraved in sort of silver on the front. But the armor itself looks singed, ashy almost, as if someone pulled it out of a burning building not 10 minutes ago. But when you touch it, it's cold. Cold and pretty normal, except that when you pull your hand away, small flakes of ash sort of leave from your fingertips and descend away and then vanish.
How odd. It's like, it's some sort of black armor, but it seems to be coated in some sort of ash-like substance. I'm not really sure, but there's also a rose engraved on here. I wonder if it belonged to perhaps the owner of the ship.
I'm gonna be 100% real with you. That looks cursed. Very cursed. I should probably identify that before anyone tries putting it on.
Don't you need to touch it to identify it?
I don't need to wear it, though.
Fair point.
Well,
I
we'll
do
take
have
the
a
time, and if it's cursed, we'll leave it here.
I do have a question, Lucian.
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody is when you're casting Identify, you need to be holding a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces. Correct?
Yeah.
If two people were casting Identify at the same time and both were holding the same pearl, would it work?
I would be hesitant to say yes. I would say that the spell would get interrupted as one tries to consume the other.
Okay. Never mind then, because I just thought that would be a funny visual. It's like, are you doing that? How about you identify the medallion too and the sword?
I mean, I think I can reasonably go like, I'm ritual casting this. I can probably do multiple at a time. If I'm holding both.
Alright.
I don't know what the ruling would be on that, though.
I'm not quite sure either.
It'll just take time at the end.
Yeah, like, let's just say 30 minutes pass or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're identifying...
I'm identifying the sword first, then the armor, then the amulet.
Okay. So the sword is a necromantic greatsword. It's lightly enchanted for the most part. The greatsword, essentially what it does... Hold on. Greatsword... So a normal greatsword does 2d6 slashing damage. This one does 3d6 slashing damage and 8 points of necrotic damage on top of that.
That is insanely good.
It is a great sword, though. It is very heavy, and it is two-handed. So it does 3d6 slashing plus 8 points of necrotic. The medallion is It's not technically enchanted. It is cursed. The wearer of this medallion will be forced to return from the dead should it ever be disturbed from its resting place. And apparently, the Skeleton Lord was the wearer, and he decided to bring back more people, from what you can tell. Now, as for the armor, I need you to roll me an Arcana check.
Oh boy. 12.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So, this armor is the following. Actually, would you like me to relay this to the rest of the party, or do you want to just know this on your own first?
I'll just relay this to the rest of the party. I would tell them.
Okay. So, this armor, and you gain the name because of reading this, or identifying this. This armor is known as the Mortis armor. The Mortis armor is a set of blackened plate armor fabricated during the Second Age by a blacksmith who also happened to dabble in necromancy. It has the symbol of the Order of the Black Rose emblazoned on its chest, and intricate floral patterns are strewn across its surface. However, the metal itself is scorched and ashy, as if it was recently pulled from a burning building. It emanates an aura of dark magic and is ice cold to the touch. It requires attunement and a minimum strength of 16. When worn, the Mortis armor gives an AC of 19 and does not give disadvantage on stealth checks. Additionally, as a bonus action, it allows the wearer to step into shadows that are close by and emerge from shadows within a 60-foot radius.
Holy fuck.
That sounds fancy and amazing.
That sounds incredible.
There has to be a catch.
That is the description.
Now, I am not an all-knowing being, but I do know that necromancy normally has a trade-off when you're using this kind of magic, so I would take that with a grain of salt.
Either way, this is... Okay, would we know of the Order of the Black Roses?
Can I do a history check?
Roll me a history check, librarian. And everyone else, roll me a religion check.
20.
Okay.
Religion?
That's 14 plus 1, so that's 15.
21.
21? Okay. So, from a history standpoint, librarian, you are aware that the Order of the Black Rose was an order of paladins of Matana, an order of paladins of the God of Death. And they were originally based in the city of Nekvinir, which is far, far to the east, at the very tip of one of the chasms of banishment. You know that they were known for being ruthless, for being so obsessed by their goals that anything that stood in their way was just an obstacle to be moved or killed. You also know that while the Order of the Black Rose was known to be ruthless, they were also known to be servants of the city, and they were known to be protectors. So while they wouldn't let anyone stand in their way, they were also helpers. They made sure that the people around them stayed safe. They were known as the protectors of Necromir. Horace, from a religion standpoint, the Order of the Black Rose, again, is a member, is under the command of Matano, and is known as one of the more, one might say, sort of very much more heretical orders. It's known less as being a part of the church and more as one of the parts of the church that isn't really discussed. That's what you know about the Order of Black Rose. That's what you know.
Interesting. So, well, one thing we know for sure, I'm sure if we gave this back, they'd be willing to pay $1.50 for it. But I'm not sure if we should give it back to them. Either way, I mean, do we have anybody here who would, who can wear such heavy armor?
I think only Ingvar has the musculature to put that on.
Yeah, because he's got a strength of 18.
Can rangers wear plate armor? Can rangers wear heavy armor? I gotta check that. But, well, from how you're describing it, librarian, seems to be quite powerful, but there is that risk.
I would like to research this slightly more before we try it out, as to say, it seems that we don't know everything about it just yet.
Understandable. I think
So
that's
rangers can wear heavy armor, however, they're not proficient in it. So you can learn to be proficient in heavy armor, but that's up to you.
No.
Well, it would be worth taking along for the time being, though.
Definitely, I could see it being useful.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll keep it on hand.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we head back home? Or at least not home. Shall we head back to the town?
I think we should definitely head back to the town. There's just one thing I can't wrap my head around. Where is
Where
the
are the
wolf?
wolves?
Yeah, not as much as I would prefer not to get into another fight today. Where are they?
Let's maybe the chest at the front said thanks for weakening them for me. Right? So
I messaged the wolf and he was gurring at me. He must have been moderately close by.
Right.
What would I
That's
rate this tabletop out
Oh,
of 10?
Well, I don't want to know
Well,
where
it's
he is
D&D,
today,
so-
at least.
Yeah, we'll investigate tomorrow.
As for
We'll
TaleSpire.
investigate tomorrow. Are they out?
I think we should try and haul back as much of this treasure as we can, including as much as we can dredge up from the old dragon's hoard, and head back to town.
Sounds like a plan. And I guess we go through with said plan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then we want to roll investigation to see how much of the dragon's hoard we collect.
Yep, go for it.
All right. I'd like to do that.
Bread.
I want to cast guidance on myself.
14 plus. I lost me bloody investigation button.
23.
What did I get? 20... no,
18.
18.
I got 15, I think that was, altogether.
Okay, so 23 for Horace,
Yes.
18 for Librarian, 15 for Ingvar, and
Darren, did you roll?
I might as well. 5.
5. Okay.
That's a 9
so-
total, but no.
Respectively, you managed to find from general stuff around the various coin piles and stuff. And, okay, this depends. Do you want to actually try and go diving in the water for the coin piles that are in there, or do you want to leave those alone?
I think leave those alone.
Yeah, I don't think we've got
Probably
the help
mage
for
hand
that.
some of it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we could mage hand them.
You could mage hand them, but that's up to you. Do you want to try and do it or not?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So, respectively, Horace, you managed to, from all of the various coin piles that you've spotted, and there are a lot that have been left behind, especially in the water, you managed to find 270 gold pieces, 10 platinum pieces, and
Okay.
3 gems worth approximately 150 gold pieces each.
Ooh.
Librarian. From the general area surroundings, you managed to find about 220 gold pieces, about 5 platinum pieces, and a small crystal bauble that looks to be worth about 25 gold pieces. Ingvar, you managed to find a stale loaf of bread.
Nice.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You managed to find about 200 gold pieces from what's scattered around. 2 platinum pieces and a couple of small glass shards that probably aren't worth that much. But look like they could be useful for something. Darren, you managed to find about 100 gold pieces, 1 silver piece, and a small gem that's worth approximately 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
Thank you for the sub, Derry Chip. And Ultrasofo, TaleSpire is a game
Alright,
engine.
let's,
you could say.
head back, I
it's,
guess.
It's a set. It's a
I
board
think
that you can
Lucian
build on
is still
for D&D.
talking.
Sorry, I'm talking to chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I thought your mic had gone for a hot second.
No.
The other player.
I'm just talking to chat for a moment. Anyway, where were we? So yeah,
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
that is the loot that you guys have managed to achieve, as well as obviously the medallion, the necrotic greatsword, and the chest containing the mortis armor.
all right. Let's head back to town then.
Yep. Fast travel.
Yay, fast travel.
Okay. I will
New.
very quickly. If you all want to put your characters outside, I'll grab them all and move them to town.
I think I lost
Alright.
the librarian.
Oh boy.
Into the void.
I think
Into
he
the
was
bucket, into the
disappearing
bin.
into some kind of
You've gone into
geometry.
the ocean.
Okay, goodbye.
Hold on, I'm bringing the librarian out of the ocean.
Darren is already back in town, damn.
Good lord.
He was quick on those feet, huh?
There we go.
Finally learned fly.
Okay, let me grab you all and
The legendary flying dwarf.
Wouldn't that be a sight to see?
I remember hearing a D&D story about that, like D&D green text about that.
Now, I've been yeeted by the look of it.
Yeah, that's my fault. Sorry.
I like how we still have the battle music going for me.
A little bit, yeah. It's creepy.
That shouldn't be running.
Well, clearly TaleSpire isn't working quite right today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned the music off like 2 sessions ago. I've had the same song on loop for it.
Oh dear. That is not correct.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's fixing itself now. I think.
Well,
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
Why are me and Ingvar so far into the sky?
We just live there now, clearly.
Goodbye.
Well, I am a bird.
Hey, where did
I'm-
my character go?
I don't
you-
think the weapon's strong enough to carry me that high up.
Um.
I'll probably face
yeah,
plant into the
that's
floor.
quite
Somehow we've ascended to the sky.
Oh my Jesus Christ! We are. Wow.
So long,
Use
space
my-
cowboy.
There goes half the party.
Hee.
The fight
Whee!
didn't kill us, but the but the physics did.
Probably should move ourselves.
I have somehow.
I can't.
managed- Hold on. I can fix this. Give me a second.
I fell into the ocean, but I can fix this. All right, I'm with Darren now.
Darren and Librarian.
I'm still up there.
Oh boy. Yeah. Hold on.
Lovely view from up here.
Can't you just use the teleport function to get them down?
I would if I could actually click on their mini.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There it Ingvar
is.
has
Got it.
true power. for
Yep,
you.
you got it.
I don't know where you've gone, but
I'm just outside town by the look of it.
oh good. Nice.
Oh, and now
Oh,
I'm on a
you're
roof.
roof.
Hold on.
There we go. Okay.
Close enough.
But yeah.
This is where we find out that the wolves came back and destroyed the whole place while we were gone,
Nope.
isn't it?
Town
No.
is as you left it. You all managed to get back into town. It's still relatively quiet. It's getting to early evening by the time you get back. Walking out there and back, having a fight, all of that sort of thing. It takes about a day. So yeah. Yes. Right. Welcome back to town. As you all trundle in with your new-gotten goods, that is where we're going to leave it for the evening. Because we've been going for almost 4 hours.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the stream, thank you all very much for joining us. I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. We will be back in probably about 2 weeks-ish. We'll be back on the 4th Wednesday with some more D&D. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all had fun. I am going to go and raid... who's live right now? I'm gonna go raid a Turbo Owl, who's currently doing some Shadows of something. I didn't actually get to see what they were playing. Oh well. But yes, thank you all. Shadows of Doubt. There we go. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everyone. I hope you all had fun. I'll be back tomorrow with some Space Engineers with Lying and Farrell. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for joining us. Have a very good evening and a very good night.
Ooh.